Hi Aquarius, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is your September reading. So I hope you guys are good out there. You're staying safe, staying healthy, staying motivated. So before I get into your reading, I want to do a quick announcement that I'm also on Patreon now. I wanted to actually create a Patreon for quite some time, but I wasn't sure about when and how, what, where, what, and with who. But I started just a couple days ago, and so you can now join me over there if you want to. I'll be doing live sessions with live streams with personal readings, free of course, because you're a Patreon. You don't need to pay anything. You will get discount on regular personal readings. Also, I'll be doing pick a card readings, bonus readings, all kinds of new content that I want to upload over there. So if you are interested in joining me, supporting me in that way, then you can click on the link in the description box. But now let's just move on to your reading. All right, Aquarius, I got a strong message for you for this month. Okay, is all about the Empress energy. And the Empress energy is a feminine energy. Doesn't mean that you have to be a woman or identify as a woman. No, you can be a masculine, a man, but you have your feminine side. So your inner Empress. That one would really be helpful to channel this month for you. Okay, so what I mean with this is that the feminine energy, the care, the nurturer, yes, but also the more creative energy that comes with that feminine side. So the Empress knows how to use her creative ideas and inspirations to create something, build something, nurture something into something bigger, and something fruitful. And I feel that if you have a lot of stress factors in your life, okay, if you have certain things that just cause you stress, overthinking, nervous energy, anxiety, depression, all of that, any of those triggers, try and stay away from those as much as possible. Try to limit those things. Maybe it's certain events, maybe it's certain people, maybe it's certain responsibilities. Try just to limit it down as much as you can, because of course, we always have certain type of responsibility and things like that. We can just take a month off, but with certain things we can, and it's impossible. It's important. It's important for you to try to balance that out with your feminine energy, that Empress energy. Like I said, the creative energy. Use things to channel and to release some of that stress and that pressure on yourself, on what things should look like, be by now, and all of those things. Okay, so try and understand that you have been working really hard, and sometimes only working hard takes away your energy, drains you, because if you don't see any results of it, only mental energy, like practical work, hard labor, physical jobs, things like that, it can really just sort of make you feel flat, like numb. And it's important to go towards your creative side. Create. That's what I want to say. Okay, because you do get the acknowledgement that that I'm getting, is that you guys have been working really hard, and it's important to also enjoy your life a little bit, wherever way that's possible for you in the month of September would be very helpful for you. All right, you have 2 cards. You have the 2 of Autumn, and then you have the 8 of Spring. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities. I'm sorry, but honestly, that is just what I was channeling. For one person, too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Look at her. She's like, oh, god damn it, I'm stuck. What if it's so funny when you place something on a cat's head, or they're just sort of freeze. That's literally the energy I'm feeling when I'm sick. What's that? Then you have the bee. You've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember that to be grateful for the blessing that heaven is sending you. So it's a little bit of both. Sometimes, it can be like a lot of blessings coming at one time, but it can also be very overwhelming at the same time, right? So what they're saying is bring a spirit of fun to all the things that you do, whether it's cooking a dish, whether it's taking a shower, whether it's going to work. Like, try and bring a spirit of fun to it, a spirit of freedom, creativity, trying to do things in different ways. And be grateful. I know that certain things can be very stressful, but at the same time it's blessings, and so you will never get more than you can handle. All right, but it's important to balance your work and your personal life. If it's both too much, if it's like intertwined with one another, try and find a balance where it's private time and work time. Maybe you work together with your partner, then sometimes things just get, all kinds of intertwined with one another. You see the red and the blue lines just going in with one another. Then you're never really not at work, but you always, you know what I'm saying? It's always like something. So try and set healthy boundaries when it comes to that. All right. Because that's what I'm seeing, Aquarius. Like, things are looking up. Like, energy is flowing towards you. You see the Nine of Cups where we start off with. It is that, a sense of satisfaction, a sense of growth, and elevated energies coming towards you. But it can also feel very overwhelming if you really are in a go, go, go mode, and it's like nothing really touches your heart or comes from a place of fun. You see, come only from the King of Swords. Very serious, very diplomatic, a spirit of fun. Yeah, you're gonna need it. You see the Ten of Wands, putting down the heavy energy that's surrounding it, feeling like all the responsibilities are only, are taking a toll on you. I told you, like, that energy of like Ten of Wands is what I got during meditation while I was tuning in for you before I started recording. Justice and Ace of Pentacles. All right, so what is made possible is that you've been fighting to get justice in something. It could be like an actual law case, like, court case, but it could also be, just recognition, feeling like things are coming into balance, and you are getting your payouts, because you do. I feel that a situation that has been heavy on you because you just needed it to be okay, you just needed things to balance out, that is coming in for you, and you're receiving your Ace of Pentacles. Okay, that's not just a small pentacle and an Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay, so justice is helping you, that balance. All right, the Libra energy is helping you how to bring things into balance. Yes, you can use, your analytical mind. It's one of, your greatest assets, but it could also sometimes work against you, like we spoke about many times. Justice. So things are coming into balance. Then you start to see the payouts, the gifts, the blessings. You start to receive a new sense of inspiration, new sense of, excitement and motivation to start something new, to do something that makes your heart happy. Your feelings and emotions are more involved in what you do and how you approach things, whether it's private life, personal, work related areas. I feel that it served you, but it was also very tough, and now it's important to let it go, to bring in the balance. Whereas your fun side, Aquarius, look at that, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the King of Cups. I also hear, like, I believe in it again. Start to believe a little bit, like hope. Three of Cups. Five of Wands. Three of Wands. It's not always about being the best, being the fastest, being the smartest, being the first, it's about receiving what you need. Sometimes people, they work and they work because they want more opportunities and more things. But then at one point their agenda and things like that is so fully booked, they don't have any time for anything spontaneous. Like, oh, should we hang out? Yes, let me, grab my agenda. And it's like, I can do a Saturday 2 months from now, no spontaneous. Like, hey, what you doing? I'm on home. Okay, I'm gonna come grab a cup of coffee. Let's do that. You want to see a movie tonight? Like something spontaneous, something just, because you have what you need, you receive what you need in order to live comfortably, and all of that. But take a step back. Yes, you might lose a little bit of income, but if you have no time to spend that income and it's only just sitting there in the bank, you don't buy nothing for it, and you're paying the price for that because everything else is sacrificed. So understanding that for some of you, really making a decision like, I'm going to cut back on work, I'm going to start for myself, or add a side thing so I don't have to spend that much time, energy, and effort into this. It's like, ask some help from someone. It might, I have to pay that person, but it at least leaves some time for me to actually live a life, things like that. It's about not needing all the wants, not needing to constantly fight to have everything, but just having enough and feel content with that, but also feeling like it gives you so much more, you see, because you feel you have some space to create. If you want to take off a weekend, you can just take off a weekend without strings attached, So I do see that you're receiving something that you weren't expecting, because that's what they're saying. You're receiving many blessings in a very stressful situation. And it actually helps you to like sort of look around, look towards a different direction. It's like, oh, that's the energy I'm feeling. Like you receive something you weren't expecting, and then you're like, whoa, if this can work, maybe this can work as well. Wait, let me just go back to the drawing board and see if I can actually make a change in this, because I would actually love to feel more connected to things instead of just having that sense of security, which also gives me a good feeling. But maybe you can have both. Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands. You're insecure about juggling multiple things at the same time. In the past, that hasn't really done you that much good to juggle too many things at the same time. Even though you can do it, it just makes you feel overwhelmed, which makes you sometimes short off. But that's because you're in your mind trying to figure everything out. Okay, so what I do see with this is that if you have been struggling with a certain individual in your life, trying to come into alignment with one another, I see it smoothing out in the month of September. It's also because, yes, we can both throw swords at one another. We got plenty of swords and knives over here. We can play that game all day, but we're not really getting any further. Maybe we should extend something, give a little, and actually communicate and try to come to a more balanced area where I give and you give, and so we create something that works for the both of us, and we don't constantly have to swing our swords, because that's really heavy. All right, a sword is not light. Have you ever picked up a sword, like a good sword? It's heavy. Like, I don't know how those people did it back in the days. I don't know. It's like, it's a lot. But what I see with this is that, yes, still are certain things you need to work at. But you're ready for that sense of transformation and next chapter, next step. Well, at least you have the option, right? You have the option to say, no, I'm just not gonna, move out of this. I just stick with what I know. I just stick with how things went. That's an option. Yes, your free will in that. But what I also feel is that you do have the opportunity to say, okay, I'm moving up and away from this place. I know this place, been around this place many times, know exactly what it is and isn't gonna give me, know exactly what does and does not grow in this garden. I know this place, but maybe, just maybe, we can take on the Chariot energy and see what else is out there. And see what else is out there. You see magical wand. Get the magical touch to make things happen. Confidence building. Feeling secure and feeling very stable in what you want, how you're going to get there. Maybe not necessarily the how. It's more of like, I have enough passion to go around to keep on trying to find the right way to get to it. Okay? Because the how often stops us from actually taking on the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands energy, going on that pathway, because we are afraid, we don't see the how. Like, how can something happen? And that stops people. When how is actually not really up to us. You tune in. You feel something so strongly, it will just stick with you. It will start nagging at you. You know that that's your purpose. You know you need to try and move towards that direction. Then you go. You take a first step. Doesn't matter how you're going to get to that destination. Once a hitchhiker, for example, hitchhike from point A to point B, they don't know how they're going to get there. I mean, obviously they're going to try to get lifts and things like that, but they don't even know which road it's going to be, because sometimes a person can take you up to this point. You kind of have to go here, but it's like closer, and then from here you might have somebody who can drop you off here, and then here, and maybe a little bit back, and then you're at your destination. But it's not about how you're going to get there. It's not about really wanting to plan out exactly who's going to take you where, what, where, how, what, when. It's about letting it up to fate, having this energy of like, I want to get to this from this destination to this. I know how to sort of do it and use, this method, but how that actually is playing out and presented to me is not up to me. It will just happen, and I'll just roll and keep my energy open for any direction that is sent to me. Any car that will stop and I feel a good energy with, and I'll get in that car and I'll just see whatever, wherever I'm meant to go and how I'm supposed to get there, but I will get there in the end. And that's about new endeavors, new things, new relationships, new ways. Anything new, fresh, different, out of your comfort zone. So the Queen of Wands has that. The Queen of Wands has that energy of like, I'm confident. I know how to ask people if they would like to give me a lift. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. I have all the skills and tools that I need in order to create something. But I don't know exactly how. But I know that I have the ability to go from point A to B. You gotta have confidence that you can do that, Look at you. How powerful is this? You first have the Queen of Wands, and then you get the Star card. That's you. I really feel that you're approaching things from a different angle. Because if you're unhappy, like really, like you're not happy, you haven't been happy for quite some time, what do you have to lose? That's the thing. I know there's a lot going on. I know there's a lot of reasons why you could feel a certain way. But if you got these things coming towards you, opportunities, what do you really have to lose? Because if you build your security and all of that one time, you can build it again. You can always get back into this. You can build it again. Love. Love is the foundation of your existence, and you are just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it's equally a form of energy that propels you through life. Exactly. What do you love? Who do you love? As the King of Cups, the frequency of love is the opposite of frequency of fear. There's only really two frequencies in this world: fear and love. Any other emotions and feelings and things like that come forward from those two. If you are unhappy with a certain result in your life, is that a result based from love or from fear? How you approaching that thing in your life? And I think that everything everything that is worth having, every opportunity, every journey, everything can be coming from either or. You know, you can go upon trying to make something happen, which you love to try, but approach it from a place of fear, overly planning, trying to control every outcome, try to calculate all the possible failures. Fear. Love is, I'm aware, I'm conscious. You know, I know the risks and the things like that, but I trust, I have faith. I know that if this is not my door, then I need to at least knock on it to see if it will open. You know, that's love. Courageously trying. But that's something I could talk about for a long time. I actually already been talking for too long. I'm gonna get an angel answer card for you. You have the card, don't stop. Don't ever stop following your heart. Don't stop. That's beautiful. Okay, you have 2 more. Not the right time, within the next few months. Don't stop within the next few months. Right now is not the right time yet. Have faith and trust that it hasn't happened because it wasn't the right time, but within the next few months, things will look up. You have your answers. Not saying that it can happen, you know, these coming weeks. It can start off, but, you know, you really start to understand why certain things went the way they went within the next few months. You'll understand. You always do in the end of the day, like, oof, I'm glad that didn't go through at that period of time, because a week later I discovered this and I would not have the time or would not have the space. That's the thing, you know, things happen as they are meant to happen. All right, Aquarius, remember the Empress this month. Channel her energy, come from that, create things from the heart. Use your creative ways, your creative mind to bring solutions to the table, right? Like I said, your happiness is important. It really is. All right, like I said, feel free to join me on Patreon. The link is in the description box. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask me. I'm open for personal readings as well this month. I have a couple spots left, I think. So if you're interested in that, want a personal reading this month, then you're free to get a reading from me. Sending you love and light. Just go on, create and create and create. Okay, Aquarius? I love you. See you back soon. Bye.